on this matter, but hopefully we can come to a final resolution today.
No.
I'm here in regards to 900 East Shelton Avenue. As you can see on the picture right there, Shelton Avenue, or the property I'm referencing, my client owns is the little lot. So it's the lot with the wooden gate around it. Um, a brief explanation of why we're here. Uh, we are
Now,
here
now,
for the
if I
proposal
remember correctly, Council, you were here before, right?
a few times,
Right.
yes, sir.
And
Yes.
right, so we're looking for revised, Hillary, am I right? We're looking for revised plans. And we've
The last time we was here, it
received
was
the
a
proof of
discrepancy.
posting and needed updated proof of tax. Is that right?
Correct. Last time, here's the I didn't get a chance. I don't think I did a full presentation. I do a brief presentation just to explain refresh everyone's recollection. So basically, what we're asking for is a change. Right now, the property is listed as RSA 3, and you'll see that everything around it is either RM1 or CMX.
Okay.
We're asking for permission for multifamily. The proposal is a three unit apartment building, and it will bring it consistent to the current structure. I'm going to jump through some of that. As you see, they all are CMX1 or 2, or some of them are actually RM1, which is what we're asking for. The owner, as I mentioned, Green Eagle Properties. We'll skip through this. Here's you see the old, how it used to look in the previous picture. Proposed development. I'll show you the revised plans. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Here's the example what I was referencing to the board. As you can see, my client's property right here is the yellow one with the like a square with the extra indent right here. This is his property right here. The problem is, as you can see, this is CMX, this is CMX, this is RM1, this is RM1, 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 and then these pieces here are CMX. So everything around it is basically has the ability to be commercial and or multi-unit, except this property here and the other one you saw that was next to the lot. This is a property right here that's to the right. This is the property that's here to the right. That property, to my understanding, is a commercial on the lower floor, and on the top has at least 2 units, possibly 3. As you can see, this is that same unit, and you see the extension of how far that property goes on the other side. So update on the plans. Here are the proposed plans. This picture right here that's looking at you is actually the side that will be facing onto Boyer Street. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Let me go back. So if you see right here on Boyer Street, okay, as you go over here, Boyer Street, this is the front of the building. The one that's pointing to this way is the front of the building, and that's that'll be facing Boyer Street. So that's what you're looking at right here. Looking at directly in front of you would be the facing the Boyer Street. What we're asking for, just to give you an idea what the development looks like, back here is going to be a fire escape. So it's not fire escape, a fire exit. So there will be a door to the back for that exit. Here's where we'll have private trash pickup. Private trash pickup will be right here located. And then here we anticipate, and that's where I think there's needed an additional 8 foot that we're asking for to extend over. In that regard, from here for the development, because it is a little bit of a narrower location. As far as the units, here's what the units anticipate looking like. As you can see, originally, and this is another thing, when we first went to the community, we were looking to do a 6-unit.
Go ahead.
We were
Please
talking
proceed. I'm
initially
sorry.
doing a 6-unit. We talked to the community. We had a negotiation, and they decided to come down to the 3 units as opposed to 6. Secondly, in addition to coming down to 3 as opposed to 6, we had some discussions around what they didn't want. So a couple of things were developed or built into this platform program after our communication. So, for example, in the basement, there will be no basement dwelling, no dwelling in the basement. In addition, we had concepts for a potential rooftop, no rooftop as well. Instead, what you see here are the 3 proposed units. As you can see, each of them, if I zoom in a little bit, the smallest one is 2,100 square feet. You have a 2,200 square foot, and then a 2,300 square foot. As you can see, the specs on the bathrooms, the bedroom, the most of all these properties will be 3 bedrooms, and you can see the specs accordingly there. In the back, and the last thing I'll show you in the specs is here will be the stairway, which will lead to, as I mentioned before, the emergency exit. I think I went the wrong way. I did. My computer's been acting funny today. What else? Get the floor plan. Generally speaking, before I take any questions, the developer, Mr. Semi, he can if he can be brought in so he can affirm the testimony. But generally speaking, what we're looking for, we did meet with the community. We have had several meetings with the community, at least 3. We did eventually get a letter of support from Faith. I forget the name of the entity, but it was one of the RCOs. There was several RCOs we had to deal with, and we finally organized the last RCO, and we did get a letter of support that was dated from earlier this year. Can Mr. Semi Yuxel be come on so we can
Sure.
swear him in?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, sir, could you please state your name and spell for the stenographer?
Sure. It's Semi Yüksel. It's Semih, and the last name is Yuksel.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please proceed, counsel.
Thank you. Mr. Yuxel, can you state your what is your position with the this company?
I'm the managing member of the Green Eagles Properties.
Okay. And did you hear the testimony that I said earlier?
Yes, I was there and I did hear.
Okay. Do you agree and affirm with that testimony?
Yes, I do. Exactly. That's correct. I do agree.
Okay. And do you have do you accept that testimony as your own?
Yes, I do.
I have nothing further,
So,
board.
counsel, you started with 6 units and you're down to 3.
Yes.
You started with a
Yes.
rooftop deck and there's no more rooftop deck.
No rooftop
Yes.
deck, no basement living.
No
Go ahead.
basement. Yep.
Questions from the board?
What's the width and the length of the building? And is there a rear yard?
Give me 1 second. There's not a rear yard. Give me 1 second to look at the width and length.
It's like the 18, like it's 24 by 90, I believe, or 91. It should be. Okay.
The front, right here is the dimensions. Oh, look, I messed that up.
Now, if you go to the other page, it should be on the other page.
Other page.
On the floor plans.
Yeah, on the floor plan they have it. And you've got what, an 8-foot rear
Yeah, on the
yard?
floor plan. I think it's 24 by 91, if I'm not mistaken, but
It's hard to see.
are you able to go to the floor plans?
Yeah, it looks like 90, 92. Is that the
91. Oh, it's right there, actually. 92, I'm sorry. Yeah, 92. 24 by 92. So I was off by 1 inch. Yeah. And the 91 is 92.
Yeah. These are very
Huge.
spacious units. They're larger than
Mhm.
each floor is larger than a typical row house. So they're
Huge.
very, 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 very gracious units.
Yeah, we could
Excellent.
actually go smaller, to be honest. Like as far as
No,
my understanding.
I'm not saying that I'm asking you to. I just when I
Yeah.
saw 2,200, 2,100 per square foot, for a floor for a, a 3-bedroom apartment is just very nice. I mean,
I think we're definitely above or before the market. But I also see that the area is changing. I think you'll notice that even with the future the recent plan from the city, they anticipate changing a lot of that area into commercial and or RM1. So
Wow.
I think it is just you know, we're a little above it, but that, as you saw, that corner is a perfect segue almost, or egress way where it's kind of like, it's kind of by itself. So it has the ability to do a lot of that.
Yeah, well, it's good to see larger bedroom sizes too.
Yeah, and also I'm sorry to cut you up, but like since we had a revised plan from 6 unit to 3 units, so we didn't really change the general
Right.
plan, so we just changed the unit types and whatever the community requested. So we kind of focus on those changes, but so that's why the floor plan is probably will go a little smaller too. You're absolutely right on that. But I'm just trying to make sure if we can get this the zoning change so we can revise the plan, because this plan is kind of a little older now that things have changed. So we may just do a little lot
All right.
along the
Other
way
question, other
just to
questions?
make it much better.
Too much you have to come back.
Yeah. So
But-
without a rear yard, you do have two means of ingress and egress here, right?
I'm sorry, you said something about
I
the
said
video.
Yeah.
you don't have a rear yard, right? But so my question is, do you have two means of ingress and egress for these units?
Well, the first way of at least coming in,
Yeah.
if you can see, is the not that one, is the front. Oh, actually, I should have stick back there. I'm sorry. So right here is this front. When my computer eventually
Right
changes, you see right here is the front. That will be the egress into the property. As far as the back, there will be an emergency exit that will be available when you come down those stairs that you saw on the floor plan level. There is the rear open yard to some area here on the back, I won't say back, that's actually to the end left. If you look at the top of my screen where it says rear open yard, there is some area there. We're not sure if we're going to use it for parking. We're not sure what that's going to be there, but that is there. I didn't address, or quickly, I did want to address as far as parking. We don't feel as though the 3 units will increase the parking significantly, as I mentioned earlier, because the entire area is already the CMX and they're used to that, the parking. And in addition to that, that whole space that here, right here, as you look right here, let me put my screen on it, my cursor on it. You see this area right here, as it goes all the way towards the back, this property, there's nothing else there. So there's at least 5 to 6 parking spaces right there alone when you start at the corner straight down.
Trash pickup area in the back. You could add that too.
Yes, I said that earlier, trash pickup, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Other
a,
quest-
I'm sorry, we
Hold
have a
up, hold
trash,
up. Other
trash pickup
questions?
area on the back.
Hold on, Semi, do you have any questions else? Someone else had a question?
You guys, you got to pay attention here. Don't talk to each other. Okay? Other
Yeah.
questions from the board?
I just want to clarify for Board Member Gaskin, there is no second means of egress on this plan that's shown. Just so we're
Right.
clear.
Right.
There's-
Right.
And that was what I was asking, like, where is the second means? And I'm not seeing.
I don't believe that they, depending on the length of travel from the furthest distance and in the building, and it'll have to be sprinklered, it probably won't require a second means of egress by code, but they'll have to, code will have to determine it.
Mhm.
And I will have to determine that. But there's nothing shown on the plan, just so to be clear.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Questions or comments from our attorney, Hillary Emerson?
Just a couple quick things. One, I just wanted to note for the record, because this is an RSA3 property, technically, parking is required. It would be 3 spaces because of 3 units. And that is not noted on the refusal. If the board does grant this application, that will be included automatically in that, but I just wanted to put that on the record for clarity. In looking at the revised plans, it appeared that the only thing that changed about the plans was the number of units. There appeared to be no change to the envelope of the building. So in this instance, if the board does grant, I don't think it is necessary to adopt the revised plans because there's no change to the structure that's proposed. The board can simply do a proviso limiting the use to 3 units. Thank you.
Questions or comments from the audience or the virtual audience?
Hi, Chair. We have Charles Richardson with his hands raised.
Hi, Mr. Richardson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
You've been sworn several times. Just please proceed.
Certainly. Uh, just wanted to point out to Mr. Islam and company, this is the first time that we're seeing this plan, period. We did not receive anything back in January when you had the RCO meeting that was planned that were not notified for. And so, at this point, it's like we're seeing stuff for the very first time. And you reducing from 6 to the last thing we heard was 6, and now you've reduced it to 3. We still haven't seen anything. We're going to be requesting a hear and hold on this so that we can at least look at the plan and at least, let the community know what the situation is. You had been dealing with Inez Love, who used to be the chair of the Faith CDC. And, you had a meeting sometime in 2023, and then you had another meeting in 2024. But then she suddenly resigned in November of last year. And we heard nothing else from you guys. Honestly, nothing. And now, and then you ended up making a meeting with Reverend Graves, who actually was the pastor of the church, and he has since dissolved the RCO. So he wrote this summary, and but he was the only one that met with you. And so looking at the summary, he was the one that approved it, and he doesn't really have the ability to approve anything for the community because he's only one individual. So we're going to have a hearing, request a hearing hold, and so that we can work this out. Not saying that we don't appreciate you coming down from 6 to 3, but the situation is don't know anything about this, and we need to know.
Okay,
If I can respond?
sure.
This application was started in 2023. We had 2 meetings with the RCO. Yes, at the bequest of Ms. Inez Love. We had an agreement in that time in December of 2023 to change from 6 to 3. That's when the secondary plan became apparent. For some reason, we lost communication and we tried again, and we met again in the spring of 2024. Secondly, not only did we do that, but we did meet with Mr. Graves because after constantly contacting the RCO, no one would respond. So then when we subsequently contacted the RCO, they told us to speak to Mr. Graves. We spoke to him. He gave us a letter of support. Then lastly, even after the last continuance, I myself sent out a request to the RCOs that's listed on the invite to all of the meetings. And I asked, how can I meet with the RCO? And I was responded from the board, from the ZBA. Someone responded to me and said from zoning that we didn't need to meet. So we did everything we had to do as far as to make the community notice and aware of it. And actually, in the first 2 meetings, there were at least 5 to 10 people total that we met with.
So,
But again,
So-
Mr. Islam, we received nothing.
all right,
Okay.
so, Mr. Islam, we are going to hold a vote on this. And I think what you have to do is you have to go to the council person's office and meet with them, and then.
But
just so
Chairman,
that
if I can be heard one last time, I've sent an email to the councilman's office, and at the last meeting, I sent an email to, I believe it was Mr. Richardson. I can't say who, but I sent an email to at least 2 other people, and I never got a response. And I said I was still open to meeting if I had to, but I never got a response.
Yeah.
So we've done this, Chairman, for almost 3 years now.
Yeah, so we're going to go a little bit longer. You got to meet with the council person or Mr. Richardson or someone in the office. At least tell them what you're doing, show them the plans and things like that. Hillary, can we just hold this till we close this record until we see where we stand, or do we have to
So,
make it?
Mr. Chair, what I would suggest is that we give this maybe 2 to 3 weeks for that conversation to occur. We can close the record other than feedback from the council office and any response from the applicant.
Okay, so let's go for 3 weeks,
So that would be October 29th
October 29th at 2 p.m.
at 2 p.m. Yes,
At
we
2
will
p.m.
vote. We will vote
We're
the
going to
case.
vote on that day, okay?
Yep.
Excuse me,
So,
I can speak.
it's okay?
No, we're okay. We don't have
All
to say
right.
anything.
good, all right, all right. And then planning will take their position then, all right? Are you going to do it now? Go ahead.
Not a presumption.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. This is Liz Fuseli from the
Yes.
Planning Commission. The comprehensive plan recommends no change to the residential single-family RSA 3 zoning at this location. This property still carries its original 1933 zoning. There is no unique physical condition or circumstance of this property that would prevent it from being used in conformance with the zoning code. The City Planning Commission recommends that the board deny the proposed dimensional variances for front yard depth, rear yard depth, and occupied area, and the proposed use variances for multifamily household living and attached buildings.
All right, so we're going to go to the executive session on October 29th, and we will vote at 2 PM. Okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Go to Mr.